It may seem like the lion's share of the year is over, but 2019 is only just getting started. The fall season is notorious for big releases. Factor in the remaining part of the year and there's tons more to look forward to. So without further ado, let's check out 25 big games still set to release in the coming months. Gears 5. Lack of fresh campaign gameplay aside, the Coalition's Gears 5 is slated to be a real big game. Along with an adventure starring Kate, Marcus and Del, combating all sorts of new threats, there's the addition of Escape Mode. This is essentially a custom map that's all about planting a bomb and cutting through waves of enemies to escape. Throw in Horde, Versus modes and even a map builder, and Gears 5 is looking packed. It's out on September the 10th for Xbox One and Windows 10. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. A single-player Star Wars game with a narrative penned by writers like Chris Avellone, developed by Respawn Entertainment and published by EA with no microtransactions? Yes, it's still true. Even after the game's somewhat humdrum gameplay reveal at EA Play, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order still presents an intriguing Metroidvania-like journey with tight combat. Taking place after Order 66, players control Jedi survivor Cal Kestis as he struggles to survive against the Empire. The journey begins on November the 15th for Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Doom Eternal. How do you possibly top the insanity that was Doom 2016? Simple, with more. More demons to kill, more hellish locations, more outlandish abilities and so on. A shotgun with a grappling hook, a handblade and a sword, a mounted rocket launcher, invasions. All of this entices us, along with new glory kills and, surprisingly enough, new platforming elements. Doom Eternal is out on November the 22nd for Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Borderlands 3. The wicked never truly rest, but Borderlands 3 showcases what a long break can do for a franchise. Set on multiple planets, the beloved Vault Hunters must team up once more, along with new characters and classes, from commanding different beasts to summoning a mech, to new mechanics like sliding and destructible cover. Borderlands 3 ups the ante with guns that walk, shoot lava, and much more. The game arrives on September the 13th for Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Taking place on the island of Auroa, Ghost Recon Breakpoint sees our heroes in a fight for survival. One of their own, Cole D. Walker, has defected and formed his own military unit, the Wolves. With an entire army of drones at his disposal, Walker is committed to making life tough for the ghosts. As a result, you'll be utilizing prone camo, managing stamina and hunger, and fighting for your life. Drones will provide backup in single player with AI squad mates to be added after launch, along with raids. Ghost Recon Breakpoint releases on October the 4th for Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Death Stranding. After several years, Metal Gear Solid creator Hideo Kojima is finally making a comeback with Death Stranding. Developed by Kojima Productions, it sees Sam Bridges, played by Norman Reedus, traveling the world and reconnecting cities that have become isolated. Along the way, he'll battle beached things or BTs that have ended up stranded in our world, traverse an alternate world upon dying, and deals with entities like the antagonistic Cliff, played by Mads Mikkelsen. Death Stranding is out on November the 8th for PS4. Control. Remedy Entertainment's Control is a third-person shooter with supernatural vibes. That's the easy way of putting it. In reality, it sees players traversing the oldest house, fighting an eerie enemy called Hiss as the newly instated Bureau of Control director Jesse Faden. She'll accomplish this with a shape-shifting sidearm, exploring environments Metroidvania style that are constantly changing. And yes, Jessie has superpowers like telekinesis and levitation to help her. Releasing on August the 27th, hopefully Control's weirdness is backed by solid gameplay. Astral Chain. The world has more or less ended, which is becoming a common theme among the titles this year, and only one city remains, the Ark, serving as a melting pot for humanity. However, strange aliens from another dimension are attempting to corrupt it, so it's up to Neuron's forces to fight them. They'll do this with the help of legions, familiars that can fight alongside an officer. Astral Chain plays with so many different concepts, from investigations and combo-based combat to puzzle solving and exploration. Of course, it's also hard to go wrong with Platinum Games at the helm. Keep an eye out for its launch on August the 30th for Nintendo Switch. Blair Witch. We're just as shocked as you to hear that the developer of Observer and Layers of Fear is making another horror game. Utterly shocked. Blair Witch at least promises to do justice to the long-fraught license, telling the story of Ellis, a former police officer who ventures into the Black Hills forest with his dog Bullet. Will the witch win out again, or can someone break the curse? We'll find out on August the 30th. Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Capcom's first and last expansion for the stellar Monster Hunter World carries tons of new content for series fans and newcomers. Along with new monsters like Velkhana, Banbara and Beotodus, we see series favourites like Naga Cougar and Tigrex return. A new region called Hoarfrost Reach, new techniques with existing weapons, master rank for tougher hunts and more gear, and of course the Clutch Claw for some grappling action also await. Monster Hunter World Iceborne arrives on September the 6th for Xbox One and PS4, with PC getting it this winter. The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. Say what you will about the art style, but The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening looks absolutely phenomenal. Koholint Island is remade into a vibrant, lush world full of puzzle solving, side quests and good old dungeons. The remake also features a dungeon builder to make unique dungeons, which players will explore and compete for different rewards. The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening is out on September the 20th for Nintendo Switch. Code Vein. We've lost track of the story in Code Vein, but the appeal of an anime Souls-like set in a post-apocalyptic future with vampire-like beings still holds sway. Players will customize their own character and venture out into the world with a companion, battling all sorts of nasty beings, while consuming blood to activate different abilities. Code Vein is out on September the 27th for Xbox One, PS4 and PC. FIFA 20. Another year, another FIFA. Along with more surprise mechanics in Ultimate Team, FIFA 20 will feature Volta Football, a new mode that mimics the gameplay of the FIFA Street series. It allows players to customize their own avatar and compete in streets across the world in 3v3, 4v4, 5v5 and more. The base mode also promises improvements to ball physics, penalty kicks and free kicks, though time will tell how substantial they actually are. FIFA 20 arrives on September the 27th for Xbox One, PS4, PC and Nintendo Switch. Age of Wonders Planetfall. The Star Union is in shambles, and 6 different factions have risen up, vying for dominance. Age of Wonders Planetfall features many of the same tenets that defined its 4X turn-based strategy predecessors, except with a sci-fi bent, improved diplomacy and more nuanced war zones. We'll see if the feedback gathered for Age of Wonders 3 results in a deeper experience when Age of Wonders Planetfall releases on August the 6th for Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 – The Black Order. Team Ninja's Marvel Ultimate 3 – The Black Order isn't trying to pull a fast one in terms of its gameplay. It channels the overhead beat-em-up combat of its predecessors while featuring tons of heroes and villains to play as. The new Ms. Marvel, Miles Morales as Spider-Man, Elsa Bloodstone, they're all here, teaming together with heroes like Captain America, Thor and Iron Man to battle Thanos over the Infinity Stones. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 – The Black Order releases on July the 19th for Nintendo Switch. Wolfenstein Youngblood. Taking place several years after the new Colossus, Wolfenstein Youngblood features BJ Blazkowicz's twin daughters Jess and Soph as the protagonists. Investigating war-torn parrots to find their father, the twins will make use of powered armor and tear through Nazi forces. Featuring a non-linear mission approach, optional co-op and open levels reminiscent of Arcane's Dishonored series, Wolfenstein Youngblood looks promising. It releases on July the 26th for Xbox One, PS4, Nintendo Switch and PC. eFootball Pro Evolution Soccer 2020. Konami is pushing for a more esports-focused theme with the latest Pro Evo Soccer. However, eFootball Pro Evolution Soccer 2020 features the same gameplay while providing new modes like Match Day, where players can choose the team to represent a singular important match each week. eFootball Pro Evolution Soccer 2020 won't have the same depth of clubs as FIFA 20, but we'll see Manchester United this time around, so that's something. The game is out on September the 10th for Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Shenmue 3. Controversy over its Epic Games Store timed exclusivity aside, Shenmue 3 is certainly a project to be optimistic about. It was first announced in 2015, and while we know of protagonist Ryo Hazuki's quest to Guilin, the game has only increased in scope since then. There's a siege game, several large areas, a vast story and scope, numerous improvements made to the combat system, and much more. Shenmue 3 releases on November the 19th for PS4 and PC. Pokémon Sword and Shield. Pokémon Sword and Shield marks the first main series title in the 8th generation of the franchise, adding new elements like open-world areas, Dynamaxing for fights with giant Pokémon, new starters, and of course, new legendaries. There are also co-op raid encounters where you can team up with other players to battle a boss. Those certain elements like the removal of Mega Evolutions and Z moves, along with the lack of every Pokémon from previous games, Pokémon Sword and Shield still interests us. It's out on November the 15th for Nintendo Switch. MEDIEVIL. Sony's first-party lineup is looking a little bare for the rest of the year, but no matter. It has the return of Sir Daniel in MEDIEVIL, a remake of the PlayStation 1 classic of the same name. Featuring improved visuals and resolution, the title seeks to bring the underrated action-adventure of our favourite Bone Knights to the current generation. MEDIEVIL releases on October the 25th for PS4. The Surge 2. A follow-up to Deck 13's sci-fi Souls-like, The Surge 2 sees players visiting the hostile Jericho City. Along with using a variety of weapons and dismembering foes to gain new armor and upgrades, players will be able to equip combat drones and even leave messages for other players. With a smoother flow to its combat, larger scale, and better exploration, The Surge 2 is worth looking out for when it releases on September the 24th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Grid. Despite facing a short delay from September the 13th to October the 11th, Codemasters' Grid is looking pretty sumptuous. The racing action is on point, and the Grid World Series, which lets you race across a variety of vehicle classes like GT, Muscle, and Stock around the world, sounds good. Rivalries, nemesis, all new tracks being free, and much more could very well see Grid filling the void of this year's fall racing lineup. The Dark Pictures Man of Medan. Supermassive Games is back, and not straying far from its roots with Man of Medan. It sees a group of tourists becoming trapped on a sunken ship that's cursed and naturally full of nasty ghosts. Much like Until Dawn, the decisions a player makes will determine who lives or dies. Dark Pictures are items that further mix things up by providing premonitions of what may happen later. If the story is as engaging as Until Dawn, we can see Man of Medan being a sleeper hit when it releases on August the 30th for Xbox One, PS4 and PC. Luigi's Mansion 3. It's not enough for Luigi to combat ghosts in a mansion. This time our main man is going up against King Boo in a haunted hotel and must use the Poltergust goo to save Mario, Peach and the assorted Toads. Along with new abilities like slamming ghosts, Luigi can also create a goo version of himself called Gooigi to enter unreachable places. Luigi's Mansion 3 arrives this holiday season for Nintendo Switch. Destiny 2 Shadowkeep. A new expansion for Destiny 2 is always a major occasion, and Shadowkeep is no exception. Along with reintroducing the Moon, which appears to be shock of shocks, haunted, it sees the return of Eris Morn, who will assist players in battling former threats that have been resurrected. Other incoming features include more customization for armor, a free-to-play launch, and a shift to Steam on PC, a new raid in the Black Garden, and much more. Destiny 2 Shadowkeep releases on September the 17th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And that wraps it up. If you like what we're doing, please consider subscribing to our channel. We upload new videos daily, so make sure you don't miss them by subscribing. We appreciate your support, and we thank you for checking us out.